Good morning. Today is Christmas Eve. It is the 24th of December, and we're going to start with a daily reflection on the Old Testament. Oh. I wondered why my light was so weird. It wasn't on. All right. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save. He will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love. He will joy over thee with singing. Zephaniah 3:17. The ruler of the synagogue went to Jesus, pleading for help for his dying daughter. While he spoke to the master, those of the ruler's household arrived and said, Thy daughter is dead. Why troublest thou the master any further? As soon as Jesus heard the word that was spoken, he saith unto the ruler of the synagogue, Be not afraid, only believe. That is the message of salvation. Have faith and go forward with confidence in the Lord and his miraculous redeeming power. We live in a world where fear and anxiety abound, but in this troubling day, we must remember to look to God and live. We cannot let Satan, the father of fear, divert us from faith in the Lord and from faithful living. When we are fearful, we hold back. We fail to commit fully. We let doubt and hesitation take the place of faith. Satan's method is fear and doubt. The Lord's is hope and faith. Okay, so today is branch. We're talking about how Christ is a branch, or, that's one of his many names, branch. So we're looking at today Isaiah chapter 11, verses 1 and 2. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the Spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the Spirit of wisdom and understanding, the Spirit of counsel and might, the Spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. And then we jump over to Jeremiah 23:5. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And then Jeremiah 33:15. In those days and at that time I will cause the branch of righteousness to grow up unto David, and he shall execute judgment and righteousness in the land. So all three of these talk about reigning and righteousness and judgment and, wisdom. You definitely get the feeling here of fairness, of equity, a righteous judgment. And in my Come Follow Me, my Advent, my Plan of Salvation Advent, the Final Judgment, here's that page. I'm just going to read a quote or two. Let's see. I don't know. Let's pick a few small ones, I guess. In the judgment of God there will be no injustice, and no soul will receive any blessing, reward, or glory which he has not earned, and no soul will be punished through deprivation or otherwise for anything of which he was not guilty. And that's Spencer W. Kimball. Every person who has lived and shall live in this world, every man, woman, and child, shall stand before the judgment seat of God to answer for a life he or she lived here in mortality, and also to answer for the life lived in the spirit world. And that's Elder Milton R. Hunter. Another one from Spencer W. Kimball. At that day we may be sure that we shall receive fair judgment. The judges will have the facts as they may be played back from our own records, and our voices and our pictures of our own acts and the recordings of our thoughts will testify both against and for us. That's a heavy thought, but you know, it is what it is. But I think the most important thing that we're going to get out of this today is that it is a righteous judgment. It is a fair judgment. You know, there isn't somebody saying, he did this to me. He did this to me. I swear he did it to me. And then the record's played back. It's like, nobody can lie at that day. It's all there. All right. That's enough out of me. That was Branch. And then tomorrow we do light. Christmas Day we do light. So that's Psalms chapter 27 verse 1, Isaiah chapter 9 verse 2, Isaiah chapter 60 verse 19, Micah chapter 7 verse 8, and John chapter 8 verse 12. And I will now leave you with a prayer from a diary of prayer. Christmas Eve. We've got two here, one from Gelasian Sacramentary and one from John Milton. God, who has made this most holy night to shine with the brightness of the true light, grant, we beseech thee, that as on earth we may have known the mystery of that light, so also in heaven we may partake of its joys. Come forth out of thy royal chambers, O Prince of all the kings of the earth. Put on the visible robes of thy imperial majesty. Take up that unlimited scepter, which thy almighty Father hath bequeathed thee. For now the voice of thy bride calls thee, and all creatures sigh to be renewed. That was confusing. Anyways, I don't know. When they talk about his grandness and his glory and his robe and his scepter and all that jazz, it's like he never took that up on earth. He never wanted that. He came as a humble babe, and I don't think he's going to reign in these glorious robes. You know, the Father's plan is all about equality, and not in the sense that the world has it, but in the fact that we are all his children. And yes, God is his only begotten Jesus is his only begotten son, but that doesn't mean he's loved more than us. He was given because we were loved so much. Anyways, that's the issue I have with things like that. But anyways, I love you all. Merry Christmas Eve. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.